What's good with the YouTube fight fans all over the world? It's your boy Real Talk Boxing, and I'm back at you again. Man, I took a day off work because I wanted to, just didn't feel like going in. So I'm watching a David Benavidez interview, and this is old news. This is one of many interviews that he's touched on the same topic, and it's about Jermall Charlo. They want to know how the beef started. They want to know where all the bad blood started. And David Benavidez says this. This is David Benavidez's words, okay? So don't be jumping out on me for what he said, like I'm saying it. But I do have my opinion on it, so you can jump on me about my opinion on it. David Benavidez says that he was asked about Jermall Charlo. And he said that Jermall Charlo is a good fighter, man. He's a really good fighter. I would love to share the ring with Jermall Charlo. I think two fighters with our styles would be explosive. It would be fireworks in the ring. And I would love to do that one day. Is there any disrespect in what he says? To me, what Benavidez says was pretty much respectful and giving Charlo props, right? In my opinion. And when it gets back to Charlo, David Benavidez says that Charlo says, well, you know what, man, I will knock this kid out. I will break his neck. I'll go up to 168 and break his neck. So, the fighter, the man that David Benavidez is, he's like, okay, well, you want to say this type of trash about me when I didn't disrespect you? Then let's make the fight happen. Come up to 168 like you said, and come break my neck. And you better keep the same energy. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so here's my opinion on this. Here's my opinion. You have to be careful with your words. You understand? You have to be careful with your words and what you say to certain people, because some people out there don't play games. Some people out there are real ones. Right, Castle? Real ones. Some people out there will call your bluff. Some people ain't necessarily afraid of you. So you better be careful and tread lightly about who you run up on, because you just never know how they going to fire back at you, man. Now, we all know both Charlo brothers are emotional men. They're very emotional, man. Little Charlo, Jermall has kind of calmed down. He's calmed down a little bit. But both of these guys used to walk around with huge chips on their shoulders for whatever reason. I don't know their background. I don't know their history or their upbringing or how they came up. Maybe there's a reason for it. I don't know. But when someone asks another fighter about you and they give you respect and they give you props and then you just respond back. Listen, grown people can say what grown people want to say. We can't control what comes out of other people's mouth. But when David Benavidez reacted and said what he had to say and talked his trash after Charlo talked his trash, then what happened? Charlo was like, well, you got to take a COVID test. I ain't fighting nobody under 25. You know what I'm saying? You got to have proof of freaking GED. All kinds of crazy stuff. Now you want to fight at a catch weight. David Benavidez didn't say anything about fighting at a catch weight or going down to 160. According to David Benavidez, Charlo, you said you're coming up to 168 to break my neck. So what does that tell you? If this is exactly what happened, if it went down exactly the way David Benavidez says, and David Benavidez doesn't strike me as a man who would just tell a lie, what does he have to gain from it? Now, I know these fighters bounce off each other and use each other's name for clout, but David Benavidez doesn't strike me as that type of fighter. So you got to be careful with your words. Now, you got to understand these fighters nowadays are cut from a different cloth than fighters back in the day. Like my man Hagler, who just passed away. Rest in peace, man. People said that Sugar Ray Leonard could beat him. Let's make the freaking fight. People said that Tommy Hearns could beat him. Let's make the freaking fight. You understand? It didn't matter who it was back in them days with those top four, middleweight, welterweights, super welterweights, middleweights. They wasn't playing no games. Duran wasn't afraid to fight anybody. And if you talk trash to Duran going to be like, let's do it. Los Manos de Piedra. Same thing with Hearn. Same thing with Sugar Ray Leonard. Same thing with Hagler. But they cut from a different cloth nowadays. So who do I believe? I don't know who I believe. But honestly, I don't think David Benavidez will be lying about this. You know what I'm saying? So, be careful who you run up on. Be willing to back up what you're talking about, but that's not a handful of these fighters. That's just not them. They like to talk that trash. You know what I'm saying? They like to clout chase. But David Benavidez isn't the one to play with because he's not afraid to get in there with you. He's not. He's just not. Now, I'm not saying Charlo is afraid to get in there with him either, but, you said I will go up to 168. You said you would break his neck. You would knock him out. Now, all of a sudden, you saying, according to David Benavidez, and you know what? Let's just be real. I saw the video. I saw the live stream that Charlo did. Charlo said you got to come with the vaccination. Let's just be real. I saw it. I wasn't going to do it, but let's just be real. That's the only way I know to be. He said you got to have the vaccination. I'm not fighting anybody under 25. That's what he said. All of a sudden, that's what you said. Man, come on, man. These fighters nowadays, man, I don't get it. I just don't get it. But never mind what I don't get or what I do get. Never mind my opinion. I want to know yours. Comment down below. Let your boy Real Talk know. As always, respect all, fear none, God bless. Till the next time, Real Talk Boxing. We up and we out of here, baby.